Thank you all. A special thank you to the delegates of the other gardens who are here today. Each garden is represented by 2 delegates to the Federation. And they've been very supportive, and we seek their counsel, we meet with them regularly, and we appreciate their participation. Can you raise your hands, the delegates from other gardens, please? Thank you. I'm going to call now on a few friends and supporters of the project to say a few words. I'm going to start with Mr. Chris Ronayne, the president of UCI.
Thank you, Weil. Boy, this is one of those nights we just linger. We like being out here tonight. It's a beautiful night in Cleveland, and I always think of this as a family reunion whenever we are with the Cleveland Cultural Garden Federation. So hello again, family. Family from across Cleveland. I would also be remiss if I didn't say, repeat what Sheila Crawford had referenced. It's a perfect band name for what we are here about tonight and who we represent. No strangers here. So thank you guys. Not only is the music great, but your name is great. I want to say we represent one neighborhood of several neighborhoods that are part of the Cleveland Cultural Gardens. I saw our friend Chris Shefton earlier from Famicos representing Glenville, the St. Clair Superior neighborhood, the Huff neighborhood, the University Circle neighborhood, and neighborhoods beyond all throughout this region that you live in. It's an honor to be here on behalf of the Holden Parks Trust, but first and foremost, just want to say we are a collection of many neighborhoods around this great park. Since Weil brought it up, I'm going to reference Mayor Jackson's office, and thank you. It was Mayor Frank Jackson whose team, Chief McCall and others, who sat, a number of us, Debbie Berry, you probably remember, a few of us sat down on the second floor of Economic Development in the room with the beautiful Cleveland skyline, and somebody from the city, I think it was Valerie, said, "Who's in?" And we said, we're in, and it wouldn't have happened without you pulling us in. So thank you, Mayor, for pulling us together. I thank Mayor Frank G. Jackson. I also want to say, man standing to his left represents the neighborhood, Kevin Conwell, just to our east. And thank you, Kevin. But need to say, if you're liking a night like tonight, and if tomorrow is anything like tonight, come hear Kevin's band at Wait Oval Wednesday. He's kicking off our summer series. So come see Kevin Conwell. Also, while I'm making the rounds at City Hall, I just want to make one more mention. It's a man always on the move, but former councilman and now CEO of Global Cleveland, Joe Simperman, thanks for all you do to bring us all together in Cleveland, Ohio. Love you, man, and thank you for your work. Finally, I want to say, and Sheila Crawford will remember this, both to Sheila and Lori, congratulations, and to the 3 presidents, thank you guys for your efforts. We would be remiss if we didn't mention one other very important person from Cleveland City Hall, and that is former Mayor George Voinovich. I want to say on a very serious note, Sheila and I stood on a Saturday morning, or Sunday morning here in the park. It was a weekend when we raised the flag of the Cultural Garden flag at the plaza in 2016. And as former Councilman Simperman reminded me, George Voinovich's last stop at a meeting was at a meeting as a member of the public at Cleveland City Hall in the Rotunda, just checking in the night before he passed. It was George Voinovich who started, during his tenure, an organization called the Holden Parks Trust, and that's why I'm standing here. I chair the Holden Parks Trust, which was, thanks to Mayor Jackson's encouragement, the first in to make the investment in 2016 because we believe in what you're doing. But none of that would happen without Mayor Voinovich putting together a trust that would be a steward, that would continue to make improvements with the Cleveland Cultural Gardens in this park, to your statuary, to your gardens, to your masonry, to the 30-plus gardens that now make this place special. We thank Mayor George Voinovich, who put us together, and we were able, because of him, to matriculate funds to make the investment, to make the first pledge. So here's to the city of Cleveland, to our mayors, to our council members, to our neighborhoods, to our populace across the region, and here's to George Voinovich and his good friend Sheila Crawford, who started this journey with him. And I'm going to give this to Lori Asha because I know she'll hang it somewhere in her office, but it's a resolution I won't read because I've already taken up too much time. But from the Holden Parks Trust, we thank you, we applaud you, and we look forward after this groundbreaking to the ribbon cutting. Thank you.
Chris, turn it. Next, I like to introduce Councilman Sir Kevin Conwell. He's the councilman of Ward 9. We're in his land now, in his territory. Kevin has been a great supporter of the Federation and the Plaza project. And a very, very special thank you to his wife, Yvonne Conwell, who is on our board, the Federation board, and who was instrumental in securing significant support from the county. So she can't be here because it's a county council meeting tonight. Kevin, thank you for being here.
Thank you very, very much. I was listening to the band, I was listening to you guys when I was in here. I was hearing other people, but I was listening to you. And you sound very, very cool, man. I really, really dug it. It was really, really cool. As a musician myself, it helped me out to understand cultures as well as to have good character and self-discipline. And you have to organize, you have to play. But you guys practice a lot, and I really, really dig listening to you. You have to understand all kind of music. This here, could be a teachable moment, Mr. Mayor, with the students that you push with young children. They can learn about music, but they also can learn about the culture of music. Music and the arts and the culture are directly correlated. I was in Phoenix on between April the 20th to the 27th, and my wife, County Councilwoman Yvonne Conwell, took me to a place. It was studying the history of instruments in Phoenix, Arizona. It was 109 degrees there. You had to stick that in. And we visit the different exhibits, and we listened to Nigerian music, and they had the history of Nigeria. We listened to Irish music, and they had the history of Irish. And we could do that here. And it was groups of children there learning about other cultures and ethnic groups there and studying music at the same time. This is the framework of something great. I see it right here, and all you have to do is go online and study the history of instruments in Phoenix, and you can see, and we can look at lessons learned, and then we can use some of this stuff here, because man, this right here could be very, very good and a teachable moment for our children. A teachable moment so they can learn about everything that we want them to. Now, I'll say this as a musician, and I'm very, very touched. I'm here 100% for this. I'm here 100%. This is good. This is very, very good. So you have my number. As a matter of fact, what they do, Mr. Mayor, if they can't reach me, they talk with my wife, and then I hear her before I go to sleep. So you got me on lockdown, even to the back door. So thank you very, very much, and I'm here as a musician, I understand, and God bless.
Next, I'd like to ask Mr. Nelson Backford from the Cleveland Foundation. I'd like to ask Mr. Nelson Backford from the Cleveland Foundation to say a few words.
Hello, everyone. I'll be very, very brief, but to take this moment to do a land acknowledgement. I want to acknowledge that we're on native land of the Haudenosaunee, the Iroquois Nation, and we're all immigrants. So this event celebrates the diversity and multiculturalism of Cleveland, which is a great thing. Really quickly, I represent the Cleveland Foundation. We're longtime supporters of parks and public spaces, and we invested in this project because it aligns with a lot of things we care about. These neighborhoods, multiculturalism, and making Cleveland a welcoming place for all. So thank you on this wonderful day, and enjoy the rest of the program.
I'd like to ask Mrs. Crystal Davis from the Sewer District to say a few words. And thank them for their support.
Well, good evening, and thank you very much for asking me to speak. I appreciate that. We are here to just be a part of something wonderful, something moving, and something inspirational. And that's a sewer district representative. We appreciate that, and we're welcomed with our opportunity to provide this sponsorship. Thank you very much, and enjoy your evening.
Thank you. A second note about Global Cleveland. My friend here, Joe Simperman. Where's Joe? He's covered. Joe, this place is for the people of the world, so get ready, please. Thank you. We're very honored today to have the mayor of the great city of Cleveland with us, and he's going to say a few words.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And how are you this evening?
All right.
Good, good. Now I want to really congratulate Culture Garden Federation and all of the various culture gardens for the plaza, Centennial Plaza. You know, this is a place, as Councilman Conwell said, where people will gather, and it serves as a focal point for all the various cultures and all the various gardens to come together not only on one World Day, but to really celebrate. And if there's a need for a particular culture garden to do something, they can do it at this place. And I want to thank the Federation and thank all of the different culture gardens for their commitment. This asset that we have in the city of Cleveland would not be this but for your commitment to it, your passion for it, your love of it. We invest money, as was mentioned before. We've invested over $2 million. We're looking at future investment by working with the Federation to see what their recommendations are. And as we move forward, it is so important that you continue to do your work and to do your work in the way that you've done it, because it makes it so much easier for us when we have a complete plan and a vision of this, not only this particular spot, but the culture gardens in general. So your leadership is so important. So again, congratulations and thank you very much.